Hi guys, welcome to Sabondi Academy. In today's video, we'll be solving the question 13 of the 2019 WASSCE June core maths theory questions. Question 13a. The fourth term of an arithmetic progression is 1 less than twice the second term. If the sixth term is 7, find the first term. So let's begin with the solution for our question 13a. So we know that for an arithmetic progression, the nth term is given by a plus n minus 1d, where n is the number of term, a is the first term, and d is the common difference. So we can say that the fourth term will be equal to a plus 4 minus 1d. And this will give us a plus 3d. And then the second term will be a plus 2 minus 1d, which will be equal to a plus d. Now you are told that the fourth term is 1 less than twice the second term. So you are told that u4 is 2u2 minus 1. And then u2 is a plus d. So we can say that u4 is equal to 2 multiplying a plus d minus 1. But we know that u4 is a plus d. So then we can say that u4 is a plus 3d. So a plus 3d is equal to 2 multiplying a plus d minus 1. So you can say that a plus 3d is equal to, so 2 multiplies everything in the brackets. We have 2a plus 2d minus 1. Now when we group like terms, we have a minus 2a plus 3d minus 2d is equal to negative 1. So a minus 2a, we have negative a plus d is equal to negative 1. We can as well divide everything by negative 1. And when we do, we have a minus d is equal to 1. So let's say this equation 1. Now we are told that the sixth term is 7. So u6 can be a plus 6 minus 1d. And it's equal to 7. So we can say that a plus 5d is equal to 7. So this would be our equation 2. So now we have two simultaneous equations. Now to find a and d, we use the method of elimination. So we can say that we are subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. And when we do that, so a minus a is 0, then minus d minus 5d is minus 6d will be equal to 1 minus 7 is minus 6. So we have negative 6d is equal to negative 6. And to find d, we divide both sides by the coefficient of d, which is negative 6. So here divided by negative 6, here divided by negative 6. This cancels this. We have d is equal to 1. So we can put d is equal to 1 in any of the equation. So let's put it in equation 2. Equation 2, we have a plus 5d is equal to 7. Now when d is 1, we have a plus 5 multiplying 1 is equal to 7. So a plus 5 is equal to 7. And when we make a the subject, a will be equal to 7 minus 5, which is 2. So we know that a is the first term of an arithmetic progression. So we can say that therefore the first term of the AP is 2. Okay, so this brings us to the end of question 13a. So we'll be moving on to question 13b. So question 13b. A clerk spends 1 over 5, 1 over 3, and 1 over 8 of his annual salary on rent, transport, and entertainment respectively. if after all these expenses, he had 4,100 Ghana cedi left, find how much he earns per annum. So let's begin with our solution. So 1/5 on rent, 1/3 on transport, and 1/8 on entertainment. And after everything, he has 4,100 left. We are being asked to find how much he earns per annum. So now we can say that since everything is in fraction, we know that the total fraction is equal to 1. So if it was to be in percentages, then the total percent is 100%. And for fraction, the total fraction is 1. So total fraction is 1. Now let's find the fraction of his salary that he spent on all the expenses. So to find that, we add the fraction he spent on rent, and the fraction he spent on transport, and the fraction he spent on entertainment. So fraction of expenses will be equal to 1/5 plus 1/3 plus 1/8. And when you do it, the total fraction should be 79/20. So if the fraction he spent on expenses is 79/20 and his total fraction is 1, then the fraction left will be 1 minus 79/20. So fraction left will be equal to 1 minus 79/20. No, this should be 120. So the fraction left to be 1 minus 79/120. And that should give us 41/120. So what we are saying is that the fraction left is equal to the amount left. So if 41/120 is equivalent to Ghana cedi 41,000, then the total fraction, which is 1, should be equal to the amount he received, or should be equal to his annual salary. So we don't know his annual salary. So we can say that if more or less divide, so 1 divided by 41/120 times 41000 will be his salary. So this is the same as 120 divided by 41 times 41,000. Now this goes here 1,000 times. And 120 times 1,000 we have. Okay, so the amount left was 4,100, not 41,000. So it's 4,100. In that case, 41 will go here 100 times. So this will be equal to 120 times 100 is 12,000. And so the clerk's annual salary will be 12,000 Ghana cedi. So this brings us to the end of question 13b. Now don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. So we'll be moving on to question 13c. Okay, 13c. Given that fx maps onto 2x squared minus 8x plus 5 and gx maps onto x minus 2, find I, f of negative 3, I, the value of x such that f of x is equal to g of x. So ci, we know that f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 8x plus 5. We are being asked to find f of negative 3. What this means is that anywhere we see x in f of x, we put negative 3. So this will be 2 times negative 3 squared minus 8 times negative 3 plus 5. Now this will be 2 times negative 3 squared is 9 minus 8 times negative 3 plus 5. 2 times 9 is 18 minus 8 times negative 3 is negative 24 plus 5. Now we have 18 minus is positive, so plus 24 plus 5. 18 plus 24 plus 5 should give us 47. So f of negative 3 will be 47. We should find the values of x such that f of x is equal to g of x. So we are saying that f of x is equal to g of x. So f of x is 2x squared minus 8x plus 5 is equal to g of x is x minus 2. Now when we move everything to the left hand side, we have 2x squared minus 8x minus x plus 5 plus 2 is equal to 0. Now when we simplify, we get 2x squared negative x minus x is negative 9x, and then 5 plus 2 is 7. This will be equal to 0. So now we have a quadratic equation. Now when we multiply 2 by 7, we have 14. So we look for two numbers. When we multiply, we get 14, and when we add, we get negative 9. And that will be negative 7 and 2. So you have 2x squared minus 7x plus 2x plus 7 is equal to 0. We can rearrange this to get 2x squared plus 2x minus 7x plus 7 is equal to 0. Now let's group and factorize. So if we factorize this, you get 2 out x plus 1. And when we factorize this, you get negative 7 out x plus 1 is equal to 7. So we have 2x minus 7, x plus 1 is equal to 0. So 2x minus 7 is equal to 0, and x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now when we make x the subject here, we have x to be equal to 7 divided by 2, and x will be equal to negative 1. So the values of x such that f of x is equal to g of x are 7 over 2 and negative 1. So this brings us to the end of question 13 and to the end of the 2019 WASSCE June core maths theory questions. Now, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe as well.